So Zach, most rushing yards by any team you've been on here, maybe Fairmont, but here. So you guys have been running the ball well all year. But anything particular in that game that you guys really took advantage of?
I think our running backs just ran really hard, and I think we were able to block up some plays for them, but I think they ran really hard and played really well.
You think the line did anything better?
Oh, I think we had a really good game too. We just went over the grades today and stuff, and we didn't have very many negative plays. We had a lot of good plays. But we also just didn't have bad plays. So that's probably the main thing that I was pretty proud of.
When you studied them, I mean, they had really struggled to stop the run. Kansas could have ran every single time on them in the game I watched, and there were other games where they really struggled. Did you know going into the game, hey, we can run on this team?
Yeah, we kind of went in with that mindset, knowing that that they had given up rushing yards in previous games, but at the same time we had to still go out there and prove it.
Kind of wish you ran a little bit more.
I always love running the ball. I would be fine with running the ball every play.
So you did that even though you had to make some changes up front because of injuries. So talk of how Nick has stepped up and now filled in on both sides. Jaquay's playing a lot because of injury. How those guys did.
Yeah, Nick and Jaquay have done a great job all year. I would say we really have 7 guys that can start at any point, and just like you've seen throughout the season, both of those guys have came in and haven't missed a beat. Neither one of them. I mean, they've done a great job. So, they're just as good as any of the starters. I feel like the 7 of us are, we can plug and play them anywhere, and I don't think there's a drop off anywhere.
Do you think that's really kind of shows the strength of the offensive line? I mean, it's one thing to have good starters, but to be able to go 7 deep and not lose a step, does that really show how good you guys are?
Definitely. Probably since the TCU game, we've had some injuries, and Jaquay and Malone have stepped in, and like I said, they haven't missed a beat. So I mean, that's definitely a huge advantage.
So I know center, you're right in the middle, but can you kind of put into perspective how tough is it for Nick to have started at left tackle last week, and I assume practice there, and then to flip to right unexpectedly this week? Yeah,
so it's a lot harder for tackles, especially when they're used to like kick setting a certain way. So to be able to do that, on the opposite side of the ball is really impressive.
Your game. Give us an evaluation of how you've done this year.
I think I've had a good season. I don't know. I don't like talking about myself too much, but yeah.
How about that honor you were up for? Are you going to get a $18,000 postgraduate scholarship? That's a pretty big deal. Do you know much about it?
Yeah. Because I was on the team when Sean got the award, so that was pretty cool. And he's been in the building too, so I got to talk to him, and I talked to him about when he went out there and what he did, and just really like how big that award is, and it was a special honor.
You get to wear a tux and you get on national TV, right?
Yeah.
That'll be fun, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
In Vegas.
Yep.
Yeah.
Good money. Jack, let me ask you this: you could win the Center Award, the Remington Award, or win that award for citizenship, academics, etc., along with football. Which would satisfy what's inside you?
I don't know. That's a tough question. If I won either one of those, I would be thrilled. So I mean, yeah.
Isn't there another one, Monty, he could win besides Remington?
There's a couple more. The Outland.
The Outland, yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah.
And then the Witten, Jason Witten.
Yeah.
That one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Zach, what are you studying? And are you thinking about a master's or anything?
I'm finishing up my sports management degree this semester, and then I'm thinking about starting my MBA.
I don't know if you guys saw that stat. I think you've had 11 straight games of 140 yards rushing. I think that's the most of any Power 5 team right now. What's that say to what you guys have been able to do for the last year and a half, really?
I think it just goes to show the guys up front, to be able to do that's pretty special. So I think it's just like the guys up front, and it goes back to like we've had injuries, they step in, haven't missed a game for. I don't even know what was the last game we didn't.
Well, it would have been 11 games ago,
Yeah, I
whatever
don't
the
know.
game that was.
Last year sometime.
Yeah, sometime last year. But I mean, that's not a one guy deal. That's a whole.
That's a whole
unit.
group, yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
and more than just the starters.
Yeah, that's all all the 7-8 guys we have, and then the running backs too. That's a testament to them too.
Right.
Zach, obviously, you've got another year of college eligibility left. Have you thought about what you're going to do next year?
I'm not quite sure yet. I was just I just take it one game at a time, and I'll probably make a decision after the season.
Mm-hmm.
Like you say, you don't like talking about yourself. And,
Yeah.
You're on my side, but you're being mentioned, for some pretty big things. How do you handle that with yourself? How do you keep from getting a big head or whatever?
I try to not think about it, if that makes sense. I just try to, not let it get to my head, basically. So, I don't know. Maybe eventually down the road I'll look back and, hopefully, see the stuff I've done. But I try not to let it get me too excited or, I don't know. I don't really know how to explain it.
I mean, you don't play for awards, I'm
Yeah.
sure of that.
Yeah.
But, they're nice to come.
Yeah, absolutely.
Zach, the calendar is now flipping to November, and you guys are 5-3, but you're still in contention for a lot of things, and not even eliminated from the Big 12 championship game yet. So everything is still in front of you. Have you guys kind of taken that approach, particularly the older guys, and said, hey, everything's still in front of us?
Definitely. Like today we saw there's 4 games left, all in November, so we got a month of football left, like you said, and everything's still there. If we win out, that's I think we'll be right where we want to be. So that's definitely on everyone's minds, and that's what the goal is, and everyone's working towards.
Zach, you said you stay grounded, but when you see your face on a billboard, you see the ads on TV, do you think about that? Do people give you grief, kid you about that?
Yeah, sometimes people like to mess with me about it, but I don't know. It is what it is.
Was it enjoyable doing those commercials, the photo shoots?
Yeah. I try to have fun with it. I try to have fun with it for sure.
Modeling's in your future?
No, I don't think I'll pass as a model.
Hey, anything else for Zach?
Zach, going back to what Bob was asking you, if you could kind of like go back in time and tell like 17-year-old Zach Frazier at Fairmont Senior that in a couple years you're going to be up for all these awards, looked at as one of the best centers in the country, like what do you think you would pass? Do you would believe that if you went back and told him that?
Yeah,
Out of yourself, I guess.
I feel like I always I kind of always have like had my goals really high, and I don't know. I try to put my goals really high, and then if I miss, then it's normally pretty good still. So, like when I was in high school, my goal was to come up here and start, and I had other goals as well. But I don't think I'd be surprised. But I probably also wouldn't tell myself that either. I would let him not know.
17-year-old Zach Frazier, what color tux did you wear to the prom?
A black with a red tie. Yeah.
With a red tie,
Yep.
so you'll probably wear black with a black tie out there, right?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yep.
What did you buy the one for the wedding, or did you rent?
Rented it. Yep. Yep.
Yeah, your wedding too,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
With same black tux?
It was Navy. It was a
Navy?
Navy suit. Yep.
All right, thank you very much.